Right, so good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Open Day in Certified Sales Manager program organized by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. So, before starting off the proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome all our guests, whom I shall be introducing shortly. And also, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome each and every one of you who have gathered here for the Open Day in Certified Sales Manager program. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, now before starting off the proceedings and moving on with the items in my agenda, I would like to give you a brief introduction about the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, and that will be followed by a brief introduction about this Certified Sales Manager program, which is a rather new program organized or rather put together by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Now, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, ladies and gentlemen, as you all know, is the national body for marketing education in Sri Lanka. Providing marketing excellence since 1970. So it is the national body for marketing in Sri Lanka, and it is affiliated with some prestigious organizations such as CIM UK, DMI Ireland, and Wrexham Glendale University. And it's one of the key members of some few renowned local institutes as well, including Sri Lanka Chambers and Associations. And we always emphasize the quality of our marketing education, and at the same time we have a very eminent panel of lecturers who are ready to share their knowledge and experience with you throughout this course. Not only this course, but considering all the courses provided by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Now moving on to our next item, that is the Certified Sales Manager program. Now, the Certified Sales Manager program, ladies and gentlemen, provides frontline sales managers with the knowledge, skills, and tools to achieve outstanding results in an increasingly competitive world. So the course focuses on improving the organization forecasting skills and other technical competencies that is vital for, especially when it comes to managers, especially when it comes to sales managers. So ladies and gentlemen, this program is specifically focused towards the sales managers. So today we'll give you a comprehensive idea as to what this program offers, and of course what benefits you can achieve by following this program, the Certified Sales Manager program. Right, so before starting off the proceedings, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to invite one of our key personnel from Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing to formally welcome you all for this Open Day in Certified Sales Manager program. So he's an experienced Chief Executive Officer in the education sector with a history of working in several industries, including FMCG, credit cards, IT, internet information, insurance, and education. He completed his MBA from University of Sri Jayawardhanapura and several other professional qualifications, including CIM, and also a certified management accountant at Institute of Certified Management Accountants, Australia. So ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Sanath Sedanayake, CEO, Executive Director, Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing.
Thank you, Ashada. Good evening to everyone. Can someone confirm that I could be heard?
Yes, you are audible.
Oh, all right. Thank you very much. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Once again, thank you for being with us on this Open Day, and I'm happy to be in your company today. I'd like to acknowledge the presence of Dr. Nuwan Vimalana, who's our guest speaker today, and he's also in our Education Reforms Committee. I think there's a bit of a comprehensive introduction about the Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, so it doesn't. I don't have to actually delve into who we are. I'm sure that you know who we are and then what we do. So that introduction perhaps is not necessary. And then Oshada also took time off to mention about us, about Sling. We have been offering several qualifications in the sphere of sales for a number of years, and it is also the fact that there are certain other qualifications. Now in number there are about 18 qualifications within the sphere of marketing, and then there are about 2 to 3 qualifications in sales. In a dynamic world, I think everything changes pretty quickly, very fast, and we are kind of in an evolving world. So in such atmosphere, sales do evolve so rapidly. And I've realized over the years, in fact, I started my career as a sales representative back in the day in an FMCG company. And how we did sales, and today there is a vast difference and significant improvement the way that we handle sales. So this evolvement and this development is something somewhat natural, because as I speak, there's a lot of research being done world over, and there's a lot of media that has been introduced, so people can be connected in numerous ways. And there are so many tools available for one to be connected with the other. And the days that we were actually repping, I think tools that were available for us was actually limited. We didn't even have a mobile phone. And so you could contact through a land phone from perhaps your distributor, or from a government office, or maybe from an affluent family where there is a telephone. So it is limited to such people at that point in time. But today, as you realize, as you know, I think every person is supposed to have about 3 smartphones or mobile phones with that person. So although it may not be the case, but people have so many mobiles and smartphones available with them for communication. So the world is evolving. So do the different professions which evolve over time. And so then we realized after several years of our operations, we realized that it is time that we should introduce a status qualification for those professionals, those sales professionals who are at certain level. Because that was something missing. And then when you come to a certain stage, it may be necessary for you to obtain a status qualification, and also to portray your stature to the world, and even for the world to recognize. So there are numerous benefits that will come along with this particular qualification. For example, if you take conventional program, changing a conventional program is rather difficult, and it takes time. But quite conversely, I think changing and introducing certain subjects into a status qualification is somewhat easy, although we have to go through several committees like the Education Reforms Committee, where Dr. Nuwan Vimalana represents, and then even the Boulder study. So there are several steps and several approvals that we have to obtain. Besides, I think it's comparatively an easier way to infuse subject knowledge into status qualification. And then it's another way that you can actually gain knowledge and basically show the world your credibility as well as your commitment to studies when you obtain this qualification. And while it gives you knowledge, at the same time, it is also a certain measurement of your stature. So I think it's a great opportunity after comprehensive research and study that we introduce this particular status qualification certified sales manager, which will have a lot of opportunities for you to gain knowledge and also to elevate your stature. So this particular program will essentially give you industry knowledge, the best practices, and then the trends in sales. And there are, as you know, digital plays a pivotal role today. And now today, the consumer, who dramatically changed after COVID-19, I think are more digital savvy. So this digital savvy customer is someone whom you'll be approaching, or at least your teams will be approaching. So I think you need to have that kind of digital acumen and understanding as to how best that you can perhaps, reach out to this particular segment, it is important that you know how they behave. I don't think the conventional ways of reaching out is now out of the window because the consumer, the customer, whom you are after has dramatically changed. So there are different means of approaching and different means of convincing a customer, and then also uh, essentially uh, try to sort of give value to your offering than to your competitors' offering. So that's one thing that you must remember is actually if you don't enhance your knowledge, if you don't upskill yourself, then your competitor or your friend next to you would be doing it. So I think it's important that we keep up with this dynamic world, and then the challenge. These are challenging times. We need to understand what's happening around us, the new innovations which are coming up, without which it's difficult, I think, to have a sustainable um, career in organizations. So it's a way of uh, recognizing you. Even the people outside will recognize you for your qualifications, because when you approach the same client, perhaps the preference could be given to the one with more qualifications. And then with that, I think now this is for those who have experience, those who have qualifications. So for them, uh, getting this qualification is a feather on the cap. So I think it's important that you enroll for this program and and show the world, and then also gain your confidence levels or improve your confidence levels as well. So it will also help you, I'm sure, to climb the ladder in your organization, and then the organization also will recognize you. Um, so it's a professional, your professionalism, which will be portrayed and which will be communicated to the rest of the world. So it's basically your commitment to continuous improvement. So there are a lot of opportunities today presented to you, uh, although it's very challenging, presented to you through different media and tools, like I said before. Um, so I can remember the days that I used to just go by bus. Um, I think about 100 200 kilometers standing, but that is no more the case now. I've worked in many parts of the world, Sri Lanka, so I'm quite I understand the ground situation, but it has now changed over the years. One time, actually, because I also have a little bit of IT background as well, and then I thought, that would be sufficient for me to take my life forward, and then I decided perhaps, that's the time that I should just leave it aside. But then comes the digital world, and now I'm forced to learn about digital because even if my marketing manager comes and speaks about digital, and then how much money and what campaigns that he would be doing, and then some of these certain terminologies, I like to understand what he's talking about. So at least from my understanding, just to comprehend what he's talking about, I'm forced to learn about digital. So there are things like when the internet came into being, uh, we had no option but to uh, understand, and then, of course, educate ourselves about the internet. There was a time when it was first introduced. You can't just put a word and search for something. You have to sometimes use Boolean expressions. You have to use pluses, and you have to put a phrase within parentheses. So there are a lot of different ways difficult and different ways that you used to search things in the internet. But now it has changed. So that's something which will always happen. This world will not stop uh, at this stage, but it will go on because people will come up with new inventions, innovative ideas, approaches, solutions. So it's going to be very a comprehensive world before you. I think this particular qualification will give you the knowledge about today's context. So, ladies and gentlemen, so thank you very much for joining this program. I'm sure it will give you that edge over the others, and it will help you to develop personally as well as develop in your own organization. So we are committed to giving you the best to you, and then what we thought would be important and then relevant to the current context for you to have a good knowledge about what's around, and then what's the sales, where the sales profession is taking us. I think it's a pleasure once again being with you in your company, and we wish you all the best. Trust that everyone will successfully complete this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for welcoming all our guests and, of course, all the participants here as well. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, moving on with the proceedings of today's event. And next up, as Mr. Sanath Senanayake mentioned, we have a very special guest joining us today, someone who's very close with Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing. Now, he has over 2 decades of expertise in sales and marketing within the FMCG sector. And during his 21-year tenure at Nestle, he managed sales and marketing in Sri Lanka and Malaysia, followed by 4 years with Coca-Cola in Sri Lanka and Nepal. And in 2006, he successfully led turnaround of Swadeshi Industrial Work PLC, elevating it to become the 2nd largest personal care and home fabric care company in Sri Lanka. From 2013 to 2017, he served as a Director Group CEO of Delmage Fawcett & Co. Limited, overseeing the diverse business aspects of that company. Now, post-retirement, in 2017, he continued contributing to the industry, serving on the board of Atlas Auxilia and holding leadership roles in Sri Lankan medium enterprises. And currently, he's the chairman of I4 Growth Private Limited and a visiting lecturer, sharing his extensive knowledge and, of course, leadership as a board director, consultant, lecturer, and a corporate trainer for both local and foreign universities. He holds an MBA from Irish International University and a Doctor of Business Administration, Sales and Distribution and Marketing Operations from University of Kandy. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dr. Nuwan Wimalana.
Thank you, Ashada.
You're welcome.
Hope you can hear me, Ashada.
Yes.
Thank you. Good evening to all of you, ladies and gentlemen. Sanath Senanayake, Director and CEO of SLIM, and other members of the SLIM, the education aspects who are helping all education programs, and my dear friends. First of all, let me congratulate you for selecting this eminent program. It really shows that you understood the needs of the market today. Those who are aspiring to go up on the sales ladder, sales fraternity, you have realized the time has come for none of us to go up on the corporate ladder without having adequate educational background. And I thank you for that, and you will understand why I thank you when I finish my little presentation in about 10 minutes time. Well, let's understand what was happening in the history. That will give you a correct picture, set the foundation for us to understand where we are today. Ladies and gentlemen, I think before you were born, when I started my career as sales representative at Nestle in 1981, long time back. And in that decade, 1980s, maybe till about mid-1990s, one thing was very prominent. The sales fraternity, the experience was what that mattered, the seniority. Companies respected the seniority. If you want to go up on the corporate ladder, seniority was taken as one of the very important prime need. So those of us who joined had to wait 3-4 years. Not before that you could have ever imagined, thought of going up on that ladder. Certain companies believe that as the only promotional criteria. I can remember there's a company called Union Carbide. They were selling the #1 battery called Eveready battery. I can remember very well this big company, company that really followed the USS styles, who initiated various things in the Sri Lankan market. Our friends working in that company knew very well who would become the next area manager, who would become the next sales manager, because the seniority was so what that really mattered in those organizations. Well, that organization is no more today. I don't say it is no more today because of what I mentioned, but anyway, that company is no more today. We all know that. If you look at the marketing and sales structure at that time, organization structure, I'm sure you don't know, you'd have never thought it was a different structure that we followed in 1980s and 90s. Sales under marketing. Yes, we all know, like our marketing gurus, like Dr. Philip Kotler, we know what he has, how we have defined marketing in the Principles of Marketing book, what we did in 1980s when we did our CIM. Just explain very clearly, marketing so process start with identify the needs of the consumer, and finally, after the process, satisfying them at a profit. It was very clear. We all follow even today for peace in marketing. So, in that world, at that era, it was very clear the 1P, place of physical distribution, what we call it today, was coming under sales, but it was just one element in the marketing portfolio. That was obvious that sales management, the sales fraternity, everybody in the sales team were kept under the wings of marketing. Marketing manager, marketing head, marketing director controlled the sales department. It happened 1980s, 1990s, till about mid 2000. So, but at that time, when it was happening across the board, in all the organizations that we knew at that time, world was changing. All the sales was kept under marketing. We saw the world market was changing. We started talking about a thing called market concentration. By the time that I worked for Nestle Malaysia, we used to go for workshops, and we found that in Australia, 4 supermarket chains control 98% of Nestle business. So we were told that Australia had the highest market concentration. That was happening across the globe. Companies like Walmart start controlling the USA market. Carrefour, the second biggest supermarket chain, came from France, start controlling certain parts in the European market. Tesco had that control in the UK market. They were controlling. They were very powerful. Then the organizations realized you can't have salespeople kept under marketing right throughout. The salespeople need to have their autonomy. Go talk to the customers, discuss with them, negotiate, should be able to have the power to take decisions then and there. That made the change of the organizations, understanding the real value of sales fraternity. It changed the structure. First happened in European countries like in America, then it came to multinational. They practiced that across the globe. We as young sales people, sales managers, we knew that it was happening in the companies like Nestle, Unilever, of course, all multinationals operating in Sri Lanka. They realized. Then for the first time, we saw the sales managers, sales directors were on par with the marketing managers or marketing directors. They had a seat in the management committee. They had a seat in the director board. They were treated equally, but the entire world was realizing that it was no longer possible to keep sales functions under marketing. That made the change, I would say, by early 2000. So today I don't know, sorry if there are, but I don't know any respected company who still keep sales functions under marketing. They have been given that autonomy, given that freedom, manage, work with the customer. In FMCG, we say the marketing is work with the consumer, but sales is work with the customer. Customers getting more and more powerful, more stronger than it was needed to give that power to the salespeople to handle customers well for the benefit of the organization. It was going on like that. Of course, things changed to a great extent. Sales could take decisions. We saw sales started promoting not only senior people with the best performance. The performance aspect came to the picture. Many companies said, okay, senior is important, but what is more important is your performance. If you perform well, if you become the star rep, 2 3 years, it was guaranteed that you become the next area sales manager. So looking at two things, seniority and performance. That was going on for some time until the entire world organization realized the value of Peter's theory. Dr. Lawrence J. Peter, in 1974, presented the Peter's theory. There he mentioned very clearly how if you promote an excellent performer to a higher level who does not have the skills needed to perform that duty, was going to fail along with the organization. We saw, you would have seen many, how we ended up after promoting the most performing sales rep to the area manager. How we ended up losing our best rep and ending up with the worst area sales manager. It has happened to many. I've seen that. You would have seen that, I'm sure. So the Peters principle proved that if you are promoting somebody to the next level, that person must have the skills needed for that respective position. That's what I said, ladies and gentlemen. I'm very happy to see that you have realized the value of these skills. What are we going to share with you? Hard skills. How we are going to prove that to the management you are skilled? The only way to prove to management you have skills is show that you are equipped with these kind of respected qualifications. That's the only way. You tell the management, look, I've done this with the most respected marketing institute in Sri Lanka, Slim. I have this. So that proves to a great extent that you have taken time, you have sacrificed your money and time both to obtain hard skills. Learn them. You have realized that without that hard skill, you are unable to contribute to the needs, challenges of the next level. I'm sure most of you must be doing that for two reasons. One, you want to improve the current job. Please concentrate. Second, you want to improve, you want to be ready for the next job. Very good. But always remember, one thing I see as a very senior person in many industries, something I see, many of our people in the sales fraternity, young people whom I meet like you, they mostly look at the next promotion, but they sometimes don't have the same focus, same attention to perform in your current job. Please understand what you're going to learn from this course, this esteemed, respected program is not only for you to be ready for the next position, but also demonstrate to your colleagues, demonstrate to your organizations that you have improved your skills in the present current job. Therefore, once again, I congratulate you for your selection. I thank you for this selection. Now you understand why I thank you, because this is the investment that you have made for your future. Look around. See how many of the CEOs today have come from the sales fraternity. When I became a group CEO, I was not alone. There are many whom I meet in sales, in CEO forums, were coming with the background of sales, including our own CEO of Slim, Mr. Senanayak. He said boldly started his life from sales. Look around, look at the big companies today. What was their beginning? Sales. Sometimes back, it was not given to sales. When we were young, when we were in 1980s, 1990s, when we were coming up in our life as young executives, always number two was head of finance. When the managing director was going on leave, I can remember Nestle, the assignment, his work was assigned to the head of finance, was the acting managing director. But look around you today. Who are running big organizations? Good. But that given an idea, why not I? Of course, yes, why not you? So I wish you all the best. You have made a good choice. Ladies and gentlemen, get the maximum. Make us proud by you achieving your future aspirations. I wish you all the best. Thank you. Until we meet again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Dr. Nuwan Vibalana, for joining with us. And at the same time, thank you for sharing all that valuable information. And I think our participants have taken a lot from your speech. And I think that will definitely help them to pursue their careers. Thank you, Dr. Nuwan Vibalana, for joining with us. Right. So, ladies and gentlemen, now we're moving on with the proceedings of today's event. So, next up, what we have today is the program brief. So, I would like to invite Ms. Pubudini Karunathilaka, Senior Executive Education at Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, to explain to you about this program, its content, and what you can expect from this program, the Certified Sales Manager Program.
Yes, thank you, Oshada. I think I'm visible and audible.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, let me share my screen. Yes, so I will be now taking you through the program outline of Certified Sales Manager Program. Let's move into the program objectives. The purpose of this Certified Sales Manager Program is to provide hands-on professional experience and knowledge for the sales managers on contemporary themes in sales management. This program is specifically address the fundamental needs of a sales manager to become a successful leader in a sales organization. So let's move into the eligibility criteria of the Certified Sales Manager Program. So if anyone who have obtained an MBA in marketing or postgraduate diploma in marketing with 2 minimum years of post-qualifying experience in sales, or those who obtain business or marketing related bachelor's degree with minimum 3 years of post-qualifying experience in sales, or those who have obtained bachelor's degree in any field with minimum 4 years of post-qualifying experience in sales, those who successfully completed National Diploma in Sales Management, which is NDSM offered by SLIM, with minimum 3 years of experience in sales, or those who have completed Sales Manager Development Program, which is also offered by Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, with minimum 4 years of experience in sales, and those who have at least 6 years of experience in sales are eligible to pursue this status qualification. Let's move into the program outline of the program. So this will be a 2-day workshop series. During the first day, you will be taken through the first module, Sales Leader. Under that, Leadership and Motivation, Qualities of a Sales Leader. Sales Leadership, a futuristic approach will be discussed. During the second session of the day, Creating Sales Culture module will be discussed. Under the module, Strengthening Your Sales Culture, Leading Sales Team Meetings, Driving Salesperson's Accountability will be discussed. On the second day, Driving Sales Performance module will be discussed. Under that module, Reviewing Pipelines, Reviewing Opportunities, Coaching in the Field topics will be discussed. During the final session, we will be discussing Courageous Conversations for Sales Managers. Under the module, Set the Stage, State the Issue Clearly, Listen Actively, Seek Common Ground, Offer Support and Provide Constructive Feedback, Set Clear Expectations, Explore Solutions and Agree the Action Steps, Reinforce Positive Feedback and Close on a positive note, and follow-up subject areas will be discussed in detail. So this will be a 12-hour workshop series which will run along 2 days. Moving to the evaluation method, after the successful completion of the 2 workshops, you have to do a case study submission and individual presentation based on the case study. You will be evaluated based on following criteria. So you have to complete 2-day compulsory action learning workshops. So the attendance for the both workshops, all 4 sessions will be compulsory, and obtaining minimum 50% for the case study presentation is the minimum obtaining minimum 50% for the case study presentation would be needed to pursue this status qualification. Upon the successful completion of the program, every successful candidate will be eligible to use this status, certified sales manager status, and also SLIM will be offering you a certified sales manager recognition badge as well. So that brings the end of my program brief. So you can pursue this status qualification in all of our 3 branches, which are located in Colombo, Kandy, and Mathura. So wishing you all the best for a successful career. I will be winding up my presentation. Over to you, Oshad. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. So yeah, thank you, Ms. Prabodhini, for giving us the program brief for the Certified Sales Manager program. Right, so ladies and gentlemen, with that, we would like to wind up today's session. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank our guest speaker for today's event, Dr. Nuwan Vimalana, the chairman of IFO Growth Private Limited, also a visiting lecturer at Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, and of course the CEO and the Executive Director of Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing, Mr. Sanath Senanayake, and Ms. Prabodhini as well, for giving us the program brief. So ladies and gentlemen, hope you had a very fruitful session, and the Certified Sales Manager program will definitely help you to kickstart your career, and at the same time to give you an edge over the other employees in your organization, and to give you a better future. So we hope to see each and every one of you at Sri Lanka Institute of Marketing soon, and hope you'll have a good day. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thanks.